The Gears Keep Turning writes, Venus! Excuse me? Haha, you thought the word Venus was used. You sick person. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Hey, guess what? This is my theme song. The other day, I was out and about at about 8 a.m., which for me is really early, and I was not quite awake yet. I stopped into a McDonald's so that I could get breakfast, but first I decided to use the restroom. So I walked into the restroom, walked into one of the stalls, and sat down. A moment later, I heard somebody enter the restroom, which normally I wouldn't have thought anything about. And this time I didn't either. Until one of them walked in front of the stall that I was sitting in. When I noticed that this guy was wearing very feminine shoes, I said to myself, man, this guy's wearing extremely feminine shoes. I'm very happy that there's a stall on this door. And then they started talking to each other. Like, oh my god, I went to the doctor and I weigh more now than ever. It's probably because of my pregnancy. Ding, 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 ding. The theft alarm went off and the lights are flashing red and I suddenly realized I'm in the women's room. So I waited there for them to leave the women's room and then I bolted for the door as quickly as I possibly could. You know that thing that happens sometimes when you grab the doorknob and somebody on the other side grabs the doorknob at the same time? Yeah, that happened. The lady that grabbed the doorknob was an elderly lady who really didn't speak English very well. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, this is the men's room. Oh, ay. And now, it's time for another greatest moment of all time. The elderly lady that thought that she was walking into the men's room because I came out, turned around and actually walked into the men's room. Now, I heard some yelling from a guy who I'm assuming was standing at one of the urinals in the men's room, but I didn't stick around long enough to find out what happened. I bolted for the door and I was gone. This has been another greatest moment of all time. Now, if you've watched up until this point, you are contractually obligated to post either a comment or a video response telling me an embarrassing thing that happened to you. That way I don't quite feel so alone in my stupidity. Now, as some of you may know, a couple of weeks ago was VidCon. You may also have seen the video on my channel where the Gears Keep Turning and I found Wheezy Waiter's star. This should indicate to you that the Gears Keep Turning and I spent a day in Hollywood while he was down for VidCon.
Am I sexy now because I'm with Harrison Ford? The floor's hot. Holy.
I took him to downtown LA. I took him to Hollywood.
My foot is bigger than Harrison Ford's.
Yeah,
My foot's bigger.
it is.
And you only say by the size of feet. That must mean I'm more manly than Harrison Ford.
You know what they say about the size of a man's feet? Big feet, big shoes.
We had some fun on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Why is there China in LA? I thought this was America, man. Rip off.
Camera one, camera two. Camera one, camera two.
He determined that he is a wizard because his hands are bigger than Daniel Radcliffe's.
Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm a wizard. Let's just prove it by seeing if my hand's bigger. If my hand is bigger than Daniel Radcliffe's, I'm officially a wizard. Yes! Woo! Where's my slap bracelet?
Never come unprepared. Always bring your slap bracelet. You see what I have to work with here?
And I took him up to the Hollywood sign. Unfortunately, due to Los Angeles traffic, by the time we got to the Hollywood sign, it looked like this.
Wow.
This is almost as good as Double Rainbow. This is Double Rainbow. I'm half expecting to see I Sexy Phil.
Now, the reason that I tell you this is because Gears and I became pretty good friends. You know that video that's up on his channel now where he plays multiple characters, including the director? Yeah, I got to watch him film that on Skype. And in fact, I was there when he bought pretty much everything that he used in that video. No, I'm not bragging at all. Now, the reason I bring up the fact that I watched the Gears Keep Turning film that video on Skype is because it gave me a killer idea. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 27th at noon, California time, come to my Blog TV channel and you'll be able to watch me and a bunch of my friends film a YouTube video. But I'm not going to tell you what the video is going to be about. You're just going to have to show up tomorrow at noon and see for yourself.
Ooh.
You might also have seen the video on my channel where gears the keep turning. Your new nickname now, Gears, is Gears the Keep Turning. Yes. I dub thee Sir Gears the Keep Turning. This should indicate to you that Wheezy Waiter... No. This should indicate to you that the gears keep turning. Stop laughing. I'm trying to do a serious take.